Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to show number 2,840. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and Mike Hawk.
Montgomery!
Are in the men's room. Today we are 18 days from Red Festival, Bitcholas. And today the drunken charge is into sit and spin. Ryan is back to the strange with another 10 new mashups. Ask the Men's Room is back. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, the Men's Room Shout of the Day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack. Drinkity drunk.
All right, here we go. A woman is hit by a train in Italy, and instead of help, a man takes a selfie with her lying injured instead. Meanwhile, in China, they clear over 9 tons of trash from Mount Everest that the climbers have left throughout the years and spread. To Ethiopia, where pastor says the biggest kick he ever got was doing a thing called the Crocodile Rock. A woman rides horse 4 times the legal limit to the bar down the block. And a case of road rage in Oregon that proves people are nuts. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. On yesterday's show, our honoree for shot of the day was a Chinese guy who inserted a 12-inch eggplant up his anus. Now, he says he did it to cure constipation. Seriously, that is the excuse he gave. Whatever his motivation, the eggplant got stuck in his ass, and he had to have it surgically removed. Sorry, man. Let's just get to the point. Now, believe it or not, another guy in China, he tried to cure his constipation. He also had to have surgery, but in this case, he swallowed a tapeworm. He intentionally swallowed a tapeworm. I don't know his logic. Either way, had it surgically removed, and by the time they removed it, the tapeworm had grown to 2 feet long. Now, aside from poor decision-making, the other thing that their stories share in common is foreign objects in their body. Like, look, we're born with our parts, right? And then on occasion, something that shouldn't be there ends up there anyway. And it's not always as stupid as those guys with the eggplant and the tapeworm. In Canada, a guy was out jogging. He was out camping. He goes out for a morning jog. On his way back to the campsite, he was gored by a 2,000-pound bison. In Russia, a paraglider, he crashed into the forest. He ended up with a branch lodged in the shoulder. When I say tree branch, I'm saying it is the width of a log, but 3 times longer. So this leads to today's question. What was on you or in you that shouldn't have been?
Be a part of the big show. Call 844-999. Ola, you can like The Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send the emails to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All the Cholas, and away we go. Welcome to show number 2,840. What a large insurance program we have for you today, as we are officially now 18 days away from Red Festival. Red Festival is on Bacholas. We'll do some outdoor drinking. A full day of live music. You'll be drinking and giving back to charity. As you would say, Steve, one of the greatest things you could possibly do.
It is, listen, charities deserve money. They're called charities because it's up to us to be giving, right? Mm-hmm. And the problem is, in my estimation, like, listen, we know you don't normally do this, but if you can get up at 6 a.m. and run 5 kilometers in the rain, see, that's stupid to me because, see, I don't give to that charity because that's ridiculous. Sure. Or, hey, can you put on a 40-pound pack and climb 80 stories up a skyscraper? No. Like, I'm not going to do that. But if you appeal to my true inner self, like, hey, man, you want to do some outdoor drinking? Have a bunch of beers to choose from. You got a live meal. Like, sure, man. And it's charitable. Yep. Bam.
Boom.
Bam.
Freestyle motocross. live music all day. A Men's Room original sausage will be there, so when you eat the sausage, you're giving back as well. Plenty of ways to give back to our friends at the local Fisher Houses and the Seafair Foundation. Those tickets are on sale now. Men'sRoomLive.com. Men's Room Red Festival is just a few days away. We are 18 days away from a little outdoor drinking. Enumclaw Expo Center. Those tickets are on sale now. Men'sRoomLive.com. So we'll see you there, and we'll have a good time. All right. Let's see here. We've got Ryan Castle, the drug in charge on the program today. And once again, Ryan has for us another 10 great new mashups when you take two different songs. Normally, these songs have nothing to do with each other. Put them together, and you go, man, that sounds pretty good. Sometimes it sounds absolutely horrible. So sit and spend today another 10 new mashups. Ask the Men's Room is back. We'll drink a toast with a shot of the day. And today our question, what was on you or in you that should not have been? And we start with a story that we brought you a few episodes back, and there has been an update, so to speak. And so the story goes, from Newser.com, maybe the only thing worse than having poop rain down on your car is having poop rain down on your car while the sunroof is open. And that's what happened to Susan Allen of British Columbia as she drove with her family on May 9th near Kelowna International Airport.
Kelowna.
We were inundated with poop. I had it in my eyes, in my hair, and in my mouth, says Allen, who was later diagnosed with conjunctivitis, something. Either way,
you don't want it.
It was in both of her eyes. According to the Vancouver Sun, my son, as in my son's son, threw up instantly. A driver in a car next to hers then pointed to the likely culprit, a low-flying airplane. Transport Canada has launched an investigation, and reports of Allen's experience have led other people now to come forward to describe similar incidents. Less than a half mile from where Allen was hit with a flying poop, a man reported poop falling on 3 vehicles on May the 12th. A woman also reported poop hitting 5 vehicles in Abbotsford, British Columbia on May 10th. While it isn't commenting on the specifics of the case, Transport Canada says it takes, bless you, all reports of possible debris coming from any aircraft very seriously.
They're talking about poop, man, not debris.
It also adds that a valve malfunction could have caused the plane's sewage tank to leak, resulting in the waste freezing to the outside of the aircraft. As the plane descends, the goo melts. If it started as being kind of a, quote, poopsicle,
is that what they call it?
On the bottom of the plane. Okay, so feel me. It's at altitude, it's very high. It's freezing cold. But still the sewage is seeping, forming this giant poopsicle on the bottom of the plane. And then as the plane gets closer to the earth, the poopsicle melts.
Do planes empty the bathrooms in the air like buses do?
Can't
you just land?
I don't think you're supposed to, but it doesn't mean you don't.
I think sometimes you got to dump weight, right? I mean, I don't know why they drop fuel. Sure. Don't seem to mind dumping fuel. What would you rather have in your front yard? Jet fuel or waste?
I mean, I guess jet fuel.
I'm taking the waste. I'm taking the human.
Well, I've never heard of anybody getting covered in jet fuel from them. Here's 3 examples of people getting covered in the poo.
All right, yeah, good point. I don't know where they are. I don't know. Someone pointed to an alternative explanation that, like birds,
aliens.
There's no way in the world there's a bird that could crap that much, but they have said possibly it could have been some birds, but no, they're not going to go with that one. No.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Birds.
If you're eating, don't. Right
look, at that point you're insulting. Come on, man.
In an interview published earlier this month by the medical podcast This Won't Hurt a Bit, that is picking up some steam over the interwebs, Dr. Kenny Bond tells the story of an unfortunate patient whose love of raw salmon put him into a bit of a bind. Bond, an associate professor, bless you, of clinical emergency medicine at UC San Francisco's Fresno medical program, was approached by a male patient in August after he pulled a tapeworm out of his rectum at home and brought it to the hospital, wrapped around an empty toilet paper roll. The man also came to Bond with his own hypotheses as to how he ended up with a tapeworm over 5 feet long in his butt. He says, the one thing I like, man, I love sushi, specifically salmon sashimi, and I eat it every day, Bond recounted. Patient also mentioned upon leaving the hospital that his love had now wilted and died, leaving him to a future without fresh salmon goodness.
Pull 1 5-foot tapeworm out of your ass. Next thing you know,
done with
food is ruined.
Boom. Our question, what was on you or in you that should not have been? 844-999-OLA.
I like, too, that he found like a healthy thing that he likes to eat. So you know what? Screw it. I'll just eat this.
I bet he
every
was
day.
skinny. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he's skinny.
Oh,
He had a
tapeworm,
5-foot tapeworm.
Yeah, I mean, he
and
was
he's
eating all
sushi.
stuff. So, like, yeah, tapeworm that came from the sushi, still able to now eat the sushi.
Right.
Because he's just eating it all the time.
They got it made.
Yeah.
Here's my question. I can't think of one. Can you think of a food that you know that you love? You love. Cheeseburgers for Miles. I don't know. Chicken wings for you, Ted, right? Mm-hmm. You get a tapeworm, a 5-foot tapeworm ripped out of your ass as a result of eating this. Are you soured on it? Would you walk away? I think I would.
Yes. Knowing the possibilities,
no,
yes.
But look, statistically, if it happened to you, it's not going to. It shouldn't have happened at all. But I'm saying, it would kill it for me. Like even if you said, "Man, there's no chance this happens."
No,
gently.
it's not
I
worth
can't
it. It's
eat
not
this
worth
food.
it.
Pizza?
It's not that I
Pizza.
can't.
If you got it from pizza, right?
It's not that I can't eat fish. I have to cook it.
I understand.
So it's just
all right.
for me. It's just
so pizza.
That's easy.
You get a 5-foot
I don't know.
tapeworm.
I don't know if I could give it up.
Pizza.
Even
Yeah.
for a 5-foot
Oh,
tapeworm,
that's another one, man. I mean, come on.
you'd go back.
If you didn't eat pizza for the rest of your life, you'd probably live like 3 or 4 more years.
Right.
I mean,
But do you think you could never eat
pizza's
pizza
probably
again
right
because
there
of
with-
one tapeworm?
No, what I mean is
He gave up his sushi because of one tape. He said he loves it. That's my point. This guy ate it every day. None of us even eat our favorite food every day, right?
No.
This
Right.
guy, by his own admission, ate his favorite food every day. I'm telling you, a 5-foot tapeworm is a deal breaker.
I mean,
don't-
you're
it could be
probably
Cinnamon
right.
Toast
Yeah,
Crunch. I
but
couldn't
we've
go
discussed-
back.
But we've discussed this before. Your metabolism, okay, all right,
right.
is amazing. So you can eat whatever you want. In Ted,
But I get a
in Ted
tapeworm.
and I's wrinkled world, okay, I'll speak for myself. In my wrinkled world, if I happen to get a tapeworm for like 2 months and it didn't bother anybody and it ate all the food and I lost 15, 20 pounds, I'd be all right with it. As long
You
as
do the tapeworm
yeah, exactly.
diet?
Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, just, can I still eat a cheeseburger every once in a while? And I pull the tapeworm out and be like, all right, thank God. You know, I have to go back to my regular self.
But if that worked, wouldn't
But,
they already do that? You know what I mean? Like, look, man, you don't need a pill, don't exercise. We'll just give you a tapeworm, right? Like, if that worked, I just feel
It seems like we're going back a century.
Yeah, I know.
But it doesn't work. Look, people just want to lose
Sure.
weight, right?
I mean,
and
you
they
will
make
lose weight.
crazy
All right, like-
decisions about whether
Okay, for an example,
unverified pills. It's like, look at the tapeworm.
It's the year 15, right? Now I got my buddy.
15.
I got my buddy. All right, he's a big dude. All right,
Like 15 AD?
Yeah, right.
Like it's just
yeah, it's 15. It's year 15. All right, I got my
all right.
buddy Terry. All right, and Terry, he's kind of
Popular name in the
Terry's
year 15.
lagging behind, and Terry just likes to eat, and he's kind of sedentary, and he plays World of Warcraft all the time. And Terry's now like 500, 600 pounds, right? But we don't have modern medicine. Now he
But you
develops,
had World of
so
Warcraft.
now Terry
He played it for real.
Right, but
It
now
was different
Terry,
than 15.
now Terry is got the sugar. Okay,
Terry's
so what do we do? All right, now we don't have any.
So
medicine or
Terry's
anything.
black.
No, not
If you call it the
necessarily.
sugar, it's black.
Well,
no,
wait,
white people
he
get
could be white.
diabetes.
He's Middle
Black
Eastern.
people get the
He's
sugar.
Middle Eastern because that's where everyone was settling then with
Terry?
World of Warcraft. Yeah, Terry definitely is.
Middle Eastern name for sure.
So then we give Terry the tapeworm, right?
Yeah.
Boom, all the weight's lost.
But how
Terry,
long does it
not
take?
even pre-diabetic anymore. Terry's now svelte. He's dating. He's not playing as many video games, and he's out on the town. Now
Terry's going to die eventually, though.
But wait,
No,
so what is
the tapeworm helped him
danger-
lose all the weight.
So
But it'll kill you.
what does it
Well, maybe-
do? Does it grow or does it just eat? There's no way. If your Terry's 500 pounds, there's no way a tapeworm can eat enough of his food that
bet
this
it
cat's
could.
going to starve to death, right?
It's slow. Go low and slow like a crock pot. I mean, it's gonna
If you're
take
already
time.
underweight, it's going to take you out. I'm
It's gonna
saying
take
you have a
time.
tapeworm, you weigh 500 pounds, Terry's going to be safe. That's my
Okay.
guess. Terry's
All right.
safe.
I
I
think
think your love of the tapeworm is like when I was a child. And
I don't love tapeworms.
No, Miles.
Oh,
the idea
maybe.
that you could just eat it. Hear me out. That you could just eat it, and you could eat all the food you want and still lose weight. Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's like when I was a kid, I thought the idea of mono was cool because I was like, oh, I could just miss a bunch of school.
yeah, totally.
So you find out it's a real disease. So I'm with,
right.
like, if they are horrible for you, or people would have done this.
We make a deal. They cut back on the naan a little bit. We'll put the tapeworm in. Everything will be good. What was on you or in you that should not have been? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hola.
Okay, well, it's definitely no tapeworm or anything like that, or those poor people with the crap. But many years ago, me and my friend, he had a blow dart gun.
Uh-oh.
They're amazingly
You know what
accurate,
that
by
is?
the way.
The what?
They're amazingly accurate. The longer they are, the more accurate they are. Like, are you going to have...
Oh, yeah.
If you have one longer than...
What, were you raised on the goddamn Amazon?
18 inches,
Why do you
man?
know this?
Because I used to have one. They are amazingly accurate.
Were you killing
they are.
monkeys to feed the village? Like, why did you have a blow dart gun in modern America? Or were we back in 15?
No, it was just, yeah. Right, exactly.
They're just fun to have. You can buy targets. Anyways, we're shooting across the room, hitting the targets, shooting them into the wall. It's just fun. And then it kind of settled down, and then I kind of like dared myself of stupidity. I was like, hey, bet you I won't shoot my foot. And my friend's like, you're not going to shoot yourself in the foot. I'm like, oh, yeah, look. And in it went about inch and a half straight to the middle of my foot.
Oh, God.
Why did you want to do that?
I don't know. I was laying down in like one of those couches with my foot up and barefoot. And I was thinking of the movie Jungle of the Jungle with Tim Allen, if you've seen it.
Did you get infected?
No, I'm surprised I didn't, because they were some dirty needles.
Yeah, because you pull them out of the wall.
Are you telling me you were inspired by a bad Tim Allen movie?
I could feel it dragging on the inside of my foot all the way out, and somehow it missed every bone, but it was just like, it just instantly hurt for a few seconds and then stopped. But it was just one of those, I don't know, stories that came up.
My buddy Craig, I was sitting in a chair across the room, and he put his hand up around the dartboard, and he put it up where he fanned his hand out, and where his thumb and his index finger were, that kind of cupped the bullseye. I was like 10 for 10 for the bullseye from this chair. I mean, that's how accurate these blow darts are. So he puts his hand up like this on the dartboard, right? So I'm like, all right, and I go, and I hear him go, ah! And I look, man, and I put it right through the webbing. Oh, man. And so he pulls it out, and you could kind of look in there. And it was weird, because when you stretched it out, you could see in there. There was no blood coming out. It was the piercing was, I mean, it was a hole. There were two holes. And it was weird, so we took a flashlight.
Why did he put his hand up there in the front?
We were drunk. I mean, you really could do this within a half an hour. You could seriously
just hit him in the hand.
You could pick green or red on the bullseye. It was that accurate. I mean,
now, why'd you hit him in the hand?
Because
you're telling me how accurate it is, but the story is that you shot him in the hand.
I did, right. Yeah, I mean, every once in a while you
What the hell?
But it's within a half inch of missing. It's amazing. It's amazing how accurate
You're telling me how accurate it is,
I was
but the
drunk.
story is that you shot him in the hand.
But I was drunk. So that was my excuse.
I mean, that's he wouldn't do it if it was
He would never
fail-safe.
put his hand up there.
Right?
point.
It would be exciting if you knew Miles was going to hit the target.
Yeah, exactly. That's not part of the television
Right.
show.
You watch it because you want to hit his hand.
Right.
Yeah, deep down.
That's why you watch NASCAR for the wrecks, right?
Right.
Not for the guy like
I saw David Blaine. David Blaine even says on stage, like, look, it's okay. You guys want me to, like, something bad to happen to me.
Of course.
He's like, that's why we're all watching this.
Yeah, lowers everything. Cirque du Soleil, amusement parks, you name it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to cut our performance short tonight.
Victor fell off of the trapeze. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
What's going on, fellas?
All right, sir.
Doing well, thank you.
Okay.
So the story's not exactly about me. It's a few of my buddies a couple of my buddies in high school. We had this weird way to kind of like prank each other called doing a credit card, where you take your hand and you like swipe someone's butt crack in the vertical motion. You don't actually like penetrate, but you just feel uncomfortable. Anyways,
who's the real winner here? Who's the real winner in this game, man?
So you take the side of your hand and use it like a credit card and run it through your buddy's crack like you would a credit card.
Yeah, like I said, this is a story about two of my friends, not me.
Okay, all right.
All right. So anyways, we're at track practice, doing warm-ups and stuff, and one of my buddies comes running up behind another one of the guys on the team, but I think he might be coming in too hot or something, and instead of doing a vertical motion, he does a horizontal motion. And as soon as he does it, you just see his eyes just go super wide, and he pulls his hand out, and he just looks at it. And the kid who he did it to, he literally just starts tearing up, and we all just look at him, and we're like, what happened? He's like, I'm not going to use the guy's name. He's like, I was inside Tyler. And we're like, what? He's like, my hand went up to the first knuckle on my first two
fingers. See, that's why you don't play that game.
That's not a good game.
And even if that doesn't happen, that's not an awesome.
Oh, no. That's a terrible game. That's a terrible game. Jesus Christ.
He pulls his hand back and looks at it.
Right.
Yeah, that game is bad for the jump.
That game is bad completely.
Credit card.
Terrible idea.
I say we started at work at the next holiday party.
That at all.
Oh, yeah.
What was on you or in you that should not have been? 844-999-OLA.
I mean, I remember saying to somebody like coin slot so that they pull their pants up.
That's entirely different, right?
You're just giving them a heads up. I wouldn't put my hand in there.
No.
And that was bound to happen, right?
To run the credit card.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
What do they expect to happen? Let's play around this hole. See if anybody falls in.
I say we start it with a game. Do the game with strangers. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, let's see. About 10 years ago, you guys know what passion parties are?
Is that like lingerie and stuff?
Well, it's like sex toys, that kind of thing.
All right.
Well, we used to have those a lot, and some friends of mine and myself, we bought those balls. I think they're Benoit balls.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I hope that's what they are, if that's what you used them for.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be awfully funny to pull that out of a turkey, like, bring it to the table Thanksgiving, and slowly start pulling those beads out. But maybe they're
Happy Thanksgiving.
But maybe they're just onions. You know what I mean? Like you do Benoit onions on a string.
Onions Benoit.
That turkey just goes, ooh, man, ow. You never had Benoit turkey?
No. Anyhow, so they came in a pair. There was a pair of them, and they were about a half an inch in diameter. And, it's to strengthen the pelvic floor, I guess.
Oh.
So they're steel balls, and they're kind of covered in silicone, little pearly silicone, pretty little things.
Yes, because that needs to look pretty.
Oh, of course.
It's like flowered toilet paper. Like, do you know what I'm about to do to this? But please, continue.
Okay, so I tried them out. Well, mine got stuck and could not get them out. Well, I thought, okay, sometimes the body contracts when there's some foreign objects or whatever. So I figure I'll go to sleep. They'll come out in my sleep.
Oh, no,
You
really?
went to sleep. Look, man, maybe it's just me. If I'm in that position, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go to bed.
I like snort powder, like pepper, someone try to sneeze them out.
It didn't work. I wake up in the morning, no balls. I'm like, great, okay. What next? And I'm starting to panic because the day after that I'm having surgery. I'm getting my tubes tied. So
geez. Well, they're going to be down there anyway. Might as well have them take them out.
I did not want to tell my doctor, hey, by the way, when you're down there, can you get these balls out?
Well, wouldn't that kind of be the perfect time? I mean, honestly, like, look, man.
And could you change all four tires?
Exactly.
Were you trying to strengthen those muscles for the doctor?
No.
It's like an odd time.
No, I don't care about the doctor.
This is for her, ma'am.
Yes.
But now they disappeared. So what's your decision?
Well, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. So we get out the magnets. First ones don't work. Then we get the heavy-duty magnets. They're steel, right? Magnets steel? No, nothing works.
Are they holding this up to your blowhole with the magnets around
it gets better.
Oh, Ronnie, you're turning me on.
Wait, it gets better.
Yeah,
like
it does.
So, and you try to reach up there, you can feel them. Well, you touch them, nope, they go further. It's like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So the night before my surgery, I make a bubble bath, light the candles, grab some champagne. I get trashed, and I'm in the bath, decide to go fishing. That worked.
Okay.
Got him out. Didn't have to tell the doctor, hey, guess what?
Damn, man.
If you'd like to schedule a passion party, just go online to our Passion Party website.
Sold.
A Passion Party consultant will be in touch. Passion parties.
I just want to see the moment with the magnets.
What was on you or in you that should not have been? 844-999-OLA. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Marathon runner was left with a huge gash after a 2,000-pound bison charged and dug its horn into his backside while he was out jogging. Craig Nielsen, 26, was enjoying a romantic weekend away with his wife, Amberly, who was 23, when he decided what better thing to do than get away from her for 5 hours out in the wilderness. He got up for a morning run as soon as he woke up. The farm supervisor was making his way back to the campsite when he came across a plains bison grazing by a ditch in Elk Island National Park in Alberta, Canada. Although Nielsen initially thought it was cool to see the bison in real life, his impression quickly turned when the animal began to charge. Nielsen began to run toward a cluster of trees, which he knew the bison would not be able to fit through. But as he ran toward the forest, he slipped in the mud, allowing the bison to catch up to him and dig its curved horn right into the runner's left bum cheek.
Damn.
The impact tossed Nielsen forward, where he was able to seek refuge in the trees as blood gushed out of the now 2-inch deep, 3-inch wide wound in his left buttocks. The injured runner flagged down a car that had stopped to take pictures of the animal that had just gored him and was rushed to the local emergency room by an ambulance. Hey, check out that bison goring that dude running.
Look at that.
I hate those frickin' them and bikers. You know what I mean? The bicyclists, I hate them too. Nielsen of Edmonton received 7 stitches and still finds it uncomfortable to sit after the May 19th attack. And here's what's important and what you need to know. He says, I'm training for an ultramarathon at the moment, so I get up really early that morning for a run, and I picked a trail close to the campsite. I'm making my way back to the camp at the main road when I come across a bison grazing in a ditch. For a split second, I thought, hey, man, this is really cool. I've never seen one in real life.
Now you have.
Then I startled him, and he instantly started charging at me. I was scared. I was like, holy crap, he's charging. My first instinct, to get down into the ditch where he couldn't get me. But I didn't have time. I saw a cluster of trees. I knew he couldn't fit through, so I just started running towards them. And then I slipped. Looking underneath me, I could see he was getting closer and closer until he hit me. He then tossed me forward toward the trees I was trying to get to, so I was safe. I was in a lot of pain on my rear end, and I reached my hand back and felt the hole in my compression shorts and a whole lot of blood. Yeah, I told the passing car I needed help. They drove to the edge of the park to alert the sheriff. So yes, he got it right in the butt cheek by a bison,
Right in the keister.
That's exactly right. All because he wanted to be a marathon runner.
That's what happens, man. See, that's why I don't run. It's dangerous.
All for charity. What was on you or in you that should not have been? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
And for the old school crew, caw. How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Well, I'm off work on my way home. I get the pleasure of listening to you guys every day. I ain't complaining.
Well, thank you, man. We appreciate it. Well, what was on your in you?
You guys wanted to know what was on your in you?
Yeah, let's go with that one today.
I had the pleasure of having a fire ant wake-up call.
A fire ant wake-up call, you said?
Yes, sir.
Where
I don't
were
know
you?
if any of you have ever been bit by a fire ant.
Negative.
Basically, it's like being stung by a bee. The difference is like a yellow jacket or a hornet. They can do it as many damn times as they want to.
How many fire ants were you dealing with?
When I was living in Texas, I got the pleasure of having them crawl into bed with me while I was asleep. And I had bites from my neck up into my head, including my eyelids and my ears.
Why do you think they determined to attack you? Are you like their food?
I understand.
Well, what it is when it starts getting cooler, they start migrating towards something warm.
And then they want to attack it?
And they want to bite it and eat it?
Basically, that's normally how it works.
Okay.
The venom is basically like a caustic acidic. It creates a little bubble. You have to pop it like a zit.
Are you living in a house?
It was inside of Single Wide when I was living in Texas.
Okay.
So is this a common thing throughout Texas? Like, would they tell you to spray for, fire ants?
Basically, a lot of people will tell you to spray. They've got pellets. Some people will tell you to put, like, water jugs on their mounds and it'll make them go away. I'll tell you this right now, there is no such thing as a cure for fire ants, minus the end of the world, probably.
When the sky turns black, I got to ask you, man, when the sky turns black in Texas and you're living in a single wide, what do you do? Do you pray? Do you crack a beer?
You don't have any chill out, relax, and hope you don't have any pine trees anywhere near your house.
Okay. I was going to say, that just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, man, it really does.
Single wide in Texas on a flat plain, sky turns black. Like, what do you do?
Go outside, get away from those ants.
Right.
Probably safer,
Safe around
right?
here.
Yeah.
What was on you or in you that should not have been? 844-999-OLA.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.